What's up, y'all? We are back. This is episode 23 of the Nationals Rangers Out of the Park Baseball 24 series. We're here September 4th, 2031. The Rangers are 83 and 52. We're 6 games ahead in the AL West. And, man, not to brag, but every single move that we made this deadline really has paid off. As you can see, we're up to second in runs scored in the league. First in runs against still. So the offensive, firepower that we added at the deadline, we gave up a ton of players to get this package of players here. But yeah, we check out July. We finished 16-9. In August, 19-10. So a really good month. But honestly, it was better than that. Like we were just kind of dominated some games. We lost some close games. But yeah, we mostly dominated last month. Check out our run differential, plus 138, which is by far the best in baseball. Next best in the AL is plus 87 by the Angels in our division. So not particularly close. It's just been really good. So I guess we could check out kind of how some of these deadlines guys have done for us. So yeah, Corbin Carroll has been huge. These numbers aren't even like his best. August he was a total monster, 167 WRC plus. When Seager went down, he kind of threw the offense on his back. He's been awesome. Nate Marecki, who got off to a pretty slow start. Holy crap, did he have a heck of a month of August, slugging 8 home runs. Yeah, he was great. Again, those numbers don't even really do justice to how good he was at one point. Check out his game logs. Maybe that'll do some justice to kind of how good he was. Yeah, like this stretch right here, it felt like he was just completely dominating for us. Yeah, okay, it was actually farther back. Like back here. Yeah, that was like completely dominant. He was great. I think Colson Montgomery missed about a week at one point with an injury, but an 11% walk rate, a 140 WRC plus, 296. Absolute stud. And so JC continues to hit. He had a nice little run of homers right here. He had like 5 in 4 games. That was really good. And his overall been steady. And then our last guy that we picked up at the deadline, Jackson Holliday. The numbers here don't really look pretty. But again, you butter knife some of these games out. He had a 2-homer game here. This was like a really good stretch. He had his he had his OPS to 720 at one point here. That was like a 118 WRC plus with us. Has fallen off since and has lost his starting job here. But overall, he's been a decent addition. Gave us some juice when he really didn't have any in the lineup. Besides that, I mean, Zach Veen's had himself a heck of a season, low-key. 115 WRC plus, on pace for 2.5 WAR. 30 steals. I mean, that's why we brought him in. We brought him for the speed, and he's given us that and then some. So love me some Zach Veen. Brock Daniels has been killing it as well in a kind of utility role at this point. Playing a bunch in right, playing some. I guess really only right at this point. Yeah, just because we have everyone back right now. So yeah, to solve the log jam, I don't really like to do this, but I'm going to move Corey Seager to second base. He has some experience there. He has the range. It is wasting his arm, but I think that's our best configuration with Montgomery at third, Seager at second, so JC at first. I mean, this is an all-star team level. Sarver's had himself a heck of a season, so he's not really a black hole. Royo's picked it up in the last month. Yeah, he had a really good month of August. Is Seager back? Steve Crow, low-key. I don't even mention him because he's just like a league average hitter that plays awesome defense, and he's great. But yeah, he's not a black hole either, so there's really no there's no easy outs in this lineup right now. And Brock Daniels, when he gets in there, he's not an easy out. Cal Raleigh, our backup catcher, has been pretty good when he's been out there. And, Ortiz and Holiday were only bad hitters, and they're now out of the everyday lineup. So, really, really exciting here heading into the second half. And we have a couple guys up. Taven Alford just deserved a chance. He's been pretty good in AAA the last few years. Has good ranges. Haven't had a spot for him. And the other guy we have up is Josh Sholey. Third-round pick back in 2029. And is absolutely crushed during in the minors. Has good infield range. I'm just going to get him, he'll be a backup shortstop down the stretch. Pitching-wise, it's been more of the same. Castillo's really struggled here coming down the home stretch. But he's been our worst arm. Eater's turned it around. Phil Wick's been great. Dolander's been awesome, of course. And then Logan Allen, take away this one start. He's had an awesome, second half of this season so far. The bullpen stabilized as well. Not too much to talk about. Pretty much same old here. Mike King, 10 scoreless innings as a member of the Rangers, and Jorge Juan's given up just 1 run in 10 1/3 as our primary closer. We did just claim Jose Alvarado off waivers from the Angels. Not really sure why they got rid of him. I like his peripherals, and he's a lefty arm that we can throw into the bullpen. So I don't know who's going to get the boot out off the team right now. Might just wait out the 7 days and see how it goes. But yeah, we're going to go week by week here as we kind of head toward the playoffs. We're up 6 games, so no real need to go through every game until the playoffs. If it gets within 3, we'll probably jump in. But yeah, we'll go week by week, come back, and we'll see you then. All right, so just finished up six games in 6 days. Swept the Rays, giving up a total of 2 runs in a 3-game series. The offense wasn't too impressive, but it got the job done. And then swept Houston 6-5, 7-0, and 4-3. So a couple close games in there. One blowout. And a dominating week. Looks like it was Taven Alford, the rookie, the backup center fielder who has been waiting his turn in AAA the past few seasons. He gets a 3-run home run in the top of the 9th to propel us to that victory. That's kind of the highlight of that week. A couple of really good performances, I think. Yeah, this was a huge one by Castillo. 1 hit in 8 1/3, 10 Ks. He really needed that. They're kind of scuffling here down the stretch. But yeah, great week of games there. Off day tomorrow, and we'll go back to Arlington and play the Rockies here. And then we'll play the Angels. And then we'll come back after that. So we'll see you then. All right, so back after that. Just finish up the series against the Angels. We wound up splitting the series. Lost against Colorado. A couple extra inning heartbreakers. Which one? Yeah, so this one wasn't too brutal. Just a couple of unearned runs. But this one, Jorge Juan finally was gotten to here. He had been so good in a bunch of appearances. Still having a good season overall for us. But yeah, he finally got there. Blew a good start from Dollander. But we did have a 14-3 victory in there. A couple of 6-run innings. Moretti had a grand slam in there. Seager drove in 5. He's also dealing with a knee thing now. Okay. But yeah, and then we wound up taking 2 of 3 against the Angels after losing game 1. Big day here from Moretti. He had 4 hits, 4 of our 6 hits as a team. And then in this one, a nice day by the bottom of the order, driving in 6 runs between Sarver, Crow, and Ortiz. Dollander not a great start, but yeah, that's those 2 series. Now we have an off day, and we go to Minnesota for a 3-game set, and then we will come back home to play Boston for 3. And then we'll play Minnesota again after that. So we'll be back with another update. All right, recapping the last week. Pretty forgettable series against Minnesota here. We won game one. They got blown out the next two. Not a good day here from Eater and Lonsway. Then this 14-3 loss was even worse. They got 8 runs in the 6th inning off Phil Wick, Mike King, and then Heredia, a guy we just called up. He got knocked around pretty good in his major league debut. However, turned around and swept Boston in 3 games. A 9-0 victory, pretty memorable. We came back and scored 9 runs in the 4th inning, did nothing else the rest of the game. But yeah, 2-run triple by Marecki. Sarver had a 2-run home runs. So JC had a 3-run home run. Jackson Holiday had 3 hits coming off the pine, getting the start. And Logan Allen had a good start too. So yeah, good series here. This 4-2 victory. Pretty tight one. Good start by Castillo. He's had a nice little run here. Since that 8 1/3 has put together 3 more quality starts. Maybe in line for playoff start here. Who knows? That's not really set in stone at all. But yeah, we had 17 hits here in game 2 of this series. And the offense really clicking here, man, coming down the stretch. We're second in runs scored still. We're now tied for second in runs against. Best defense in the league, according to zone rating. First in starters ERA, first in fifth, first in pitching WAR. And then batting WAR, we're also first. So, yeah, man, it's been a really good, really fun second half here. Our superstars playing like superstars. It's been good. So we have an off day again. We have clinched a playoff spot, by the way. The Mariners actually pulled it within 4.5 a couple days ago, but they must have lost a few. But we'll play Minnesota, who we struggled with last time. And then we will play in Seattle and then finish against the Dodgers, who we haven't really played a lot this series. So they're awful now. And when I say awful, I'm not exaggerating awful. Holy crap. They have Cole Irvin as their 2 starter. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's when you know it's bad. If this dude is your number 2 starter, holy crap. I hope that's I don't know. That's crazy. Bobby Witt's their only dude. Poor Bobby Witt. Someone save that man. But yeah, we'll sim ahead. Probably the rest of the season. Come back, unless it gets close. All right, so we're up to our playoff game. We finished 102-60. Had a bunch of days off. We wound up winning 2 of 3 against LA to end the year. Our pitching was insane. We threw Seth Lonsway in this start. He threw 5 2 shutout. And then Phil Wick here, 7 1/3 shutout. Then we used Hayden Thomas in the last game just to eat innings, so we didn't have to use anyone important. Wound up losing 2 of 3 against Seattle, which is significant because we're playing them here in the playoffs. And then we swept Minnesota after a disappointing series just about a week ago. Before that, we outscored them 17-2 in the series. So overall, pretty good end to the year. We finished 102-60, as I said. And this is our playoff lineup, pretty standard for what we have at this point. Homero is his name. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what the heck. Homero. Let's call him Homero. So yeah, he'll be in against lefties, being in against righties. See how everyone finished out the year. Carroll put up 5.5 WAR total. 2.6 with us. Overall, really good season for him. Colson Montgomery put up 2.1 WAR in just 54 games for us. He put up 2.6 in 100 games for Chicago. Edwin Arroyo, another quiet 4-win season. Basically the same numbers he put up last year. So we love that. Steve Crow, 3.1. About a league average bat. A really good season from him. So JC he finished the year kind of slow. See September, just a 77 WRC plus. Overall, a good season for him, though. Much better than, most of last year for him. And then our next guy in WAR, Nate Moretti, 123 WRC plus with us. Put a 39 home runs total, 19 with us. Really nice season and a good pickup for a controllable slugger in the middle of the order. Then Corey Seager, he only played 110 games. He now has the rec tag on him. But overall, 119 WRC plus. He'll be playing second base here in the playoffs. Zach Veen, we signed him to we traded with him from Miami for basically nothing. Yeah, we didn't give up really anything. We gave up Isaac Paredes, didn't even make the majors. I picked him up for his wheels, and he stole 30 bases, a 116 WRC plus, 2.3 WAR. Not a good defender in the outfield, but his offense and ability on the base paths was well worth it. And Chris Sarver, 2.2 WAR, and obviously a sneaky 110 WRC plus, fueled by a couple really good months. His July was insane. May was really good too. September was really good. So, actually overall, every other month was really good for Chris. But yeah, good season for him. Hermano Ortiz lost his starting job. He was fine, but we just felt like we could upgrade. Jackson Holiday didn't really play too much after Seeker came back, but he was okay with us. Brock Daniels had a really good year as a bench piece. Utility man, played 93 games for us. 1.2 WAR, and then Cal Raleigh, a good backup catcher, and a leader, captain. Then Homero, who kind of struggled, but I still like his ability, and he'll be starting against lefties. So there we go. We will start the series against Seattle. Dolander, Allen, Wick, Castillo. Castillo just barely getting in ahead of Eater for that last spot. I liked how Castillo finished the year. He had a really rough month of August, but September and I guess only September was really good. So you take away this August, and he was really consistent all year. He'll be our 4 guy. Phil Wick finished the year super strong. He'll be our 3. Logan Allen will start game 2. He finished red hot to end the year, and Dolander, of course, will start game 1. 220 innings this year. 18 less than last year, but a better ERA. His whip was better by 0.2, which is a ton. His FIP was a little bit high, just probably due to less strikeouts, but still led the league in WAR. Total stud. Bullpen, Jorge Juan, awesome with us. Joe Jimenez finished the year super, super well. I didn't realize he was that good. Yeah, man, his July, August, September, what did he give up, 2 runs total? He was awesome. Cole Henry, really good season. Jake Eater will be out of the bullpen here. Had a really solid year. Just not really good enough to be a playoff starter here, although did finish the year strong with 2 starts. He's being used more often here out of the bullpen. Leonidas really struggled with control, but that wasn't really his problem in the majors. Looks like it was mostly BABIP. No, it wasn't. His FIP looked pretty good. I don't know what the problem was, but he'll be on our playoff roster. Going to be used less often, but he'll be here. Mark Church had a really good year. Once again, it's 3 quality seasons in a row for him. And then Evan Reifer, a couple, really bad games, but overall the numbers look really good. He'll be used more often, probably out of the pen here. And then Lonsway, really good season, 105 innings, ERA under 3. Total stud as a long reliever. So that's the review of the season. Let's jump into the playoffs here. So game 1. Let's do it. Dolander on the mound for us in Texas. We win 4-1. Evan Marshall's retiring. Good for him. So 4-1 victory. 2 runs in the first. Looks like it was a Moretti 2-run home run. So JC hit a solo shot in the bottom of the 5th. Moretti drove in 3 runs total. Dolander 6 2/3 shutty. Reifer, Jimenez, Juan get it done. So we take a big game 1, game 2, before we head to Seattle for a pair, if necessary. And we lose 6-1. Don't love that. Only 6 hits. It's not that bad, but only 1 run off 6 hits. Allen was okay. Looks like Eater and Jimenez gave 3 runs in just 2 1/3 innings. So we'll head to Seattle here with the series tied at 1 apiece. Jose Alvarado's back. We'll activate him, but not going to be added to this team, obviously, right now. So they'll have... Oh, I didn't even check out the Seattle team. I mean, we've seen them a bunch, but yeah, they're led by Julio Rodriguez, who was hurt for most of the year. I was looking to trade for him, but I think he he fractured his ankle and missed most of the season. He's now back, which is going to give a huge boost to their 10th run scored. Southseen's a decent player. Wasn't he? I think he's a guy I looked at in the draft or something. Luis Gana, total stud. Dang, okay. Really like this. Got the Jeff Word build. Andrew Vaughn, big slugger in the middle. Santander is okay. Not much else offensively. Will Smith is fine. Then we've already seen Arrighetti had a really good season. He's a good arm. George Kirby, still a really good player here in the save. Will Clements, 29-year-old, had a really good year as well. And Luis Patino, got him in a trade at Tampa back in 2025. And he's been a really quality starter. So, 4th in starters ERA, 1st in bullpen ERA, 2nd in runs against, 10th in runs scored. So, all right, let's hop into the rest of the series after we got that out of the way. Game 3, we'll have Phil Wick on the mound. And we win 4-3 in a big one. And Seager's hurt. That sucks. Luckily, we're prepared for that. He's out 4 weeks, probably the rest of the playoffs. We were prepared for this. I'm going to call Josh Sully onto the roster. But it'll be Holiday and Ortiz taking over the second base duties the rest of the way here. So, it sucks to lose him, especially because we have a pretty good chance at the title, it seems. But, yeah, we'll keep moving forward. Ortiz 6. So we win 4-3 in big game. Looks like Jackson Holiday had a RBI single. They almost came back in the 9th against Juan, but were able to put out the fire. Phil Wick, an awesome start. Corbin Carroll, 3 hits. Holiday and Arroyo drove in 1 each, and Carson Montgomery drove in 2. 2-run home run in the top of the 5th. So, okay, we have a chance to win the series here in Seattle. We'll have Luis Castillo against his former team. The storyline writes itself. Here we go. We lose 6-0. That storyline is also definitely possible, and they put up a ton of hits, 14 against us. We get just 5 no runs. Castillo, not even that bad of a start. 2 earned runs, 4 total. Yeah, it looks like they brought in Leonidas. That wasn't very smart. Okay, so we have an elimination game. I'm going to jump in, play this one. We'll have Dolander on the mound. We have amateur free agents. I guess we can go do this really quick. I think she's just a scouting. I'll skip it. All right, so we have Arrighetti against Dolander, 2 of the best pitchers in the American League, in a AL West showdown here. I didn't even add anyone to the roster. Oops. Probably not even gonna play. Does it even matter? Guess Joe McCall can come onto the team. Oops. Oh my god, where the heck did he go? God dang it. Alright, Joe McCall, let's add him to the playoff roster. Okay, yeah, he probably won't play, but who knows? Maybe he will. Alright, let's hop in. We'll have probably our standard lineup here. Looks like Carroll's had a pretty good postseason. Recchi's been good. Besides that, not much really going on here. So, Dolander on the mound. Let's do it. In Texas for Game 5 of the ALDS. We'll go into runners in scoring position. And that was quick. So Ghana at second. Fly ball left field. Drops in front of Carroll. Yeah, it's what happens when you have limited range out there, unfortunately. So strike 3 on Rodriguez. Man, my game is lagging like crazy. Holy crap. So big hit there for Andrew Vaughn. Going to be a double in the gap. Let's see if it scores 2. South Scene. I don't know if he has good speed. Looks like he doesn't score. So they take a 1-0 lead here in a pivotal, obviously, Game 5. Santander at the dish. Fly ball left field. Carroll, not a great arm out there. And he'll score. So looking to limit the damage to 2. Jimenez up. I believe he's a former Ranger, actually. Let me give that a look. I believe he is. Yeah, we traded him when I got to the team. That was for Dylan Cease and Chris Sarver, so that worked out pretty well. All right, so we'll go until runners in scoring position for us. And there you go. We have a leadoff home run by Colson Montgomery. Coming through when you need him the most. Cut the deficit in half. And there you go. 1 out. Runners on the corners. Zach Veen up. Arrighetti on the mound. 3-2 pitch. They're going to walk Veen to bring up Arroyo. 1-2 count to him. Strike 3. So 2 outs. Bases loaded. Jackson Holiday. 0-2 count. Strike 3. Strand 3. Bases loaded. 1 out. Can't get anything going. So Dolander will come out for the second. Clean second inning. Bottom 2. Chris Sarver leads off. Clean inning for them. Dolander in the third. Ghana on second again. God, that sucks. Having a singles hitter that has speed, man, they just wind up at second base every time. I don't even know what he did. I assume. So it looks like he walked and he got a double. Okay, so here's Rodriguez. 1-1 count to him. Fly ball right field. Looks like catchable for Veen. Runner holds. And here's Vaughn. 3-2 count to him. Ground ball second. And that's Holiday over there. Makes the play. So out of the second, game is tied. How the hell did the game get tied? Oh, okay. We scored a run on Sajasi. Okay, so Sajasi had a double. He just wound up on second. I didn't even see the run scored. So the game is 2-2. Okay, we're good. I just missed that. So Corbin Carroll leading off. Clean inning for him in the third. Dolander, Patrick Yarn, good speed over at second. 68 pitches for Dolander. Got to keep an eye on that. And Will Smith, 2-1 count. And it'll be a base hit to center. Run score, so 3-2 game. Here's Jeremy Pena. He'll have a base hit. Veen can't get there. So 71 pitches. We're going to get Jake Eater and Cole Henry up. And top of the order, Ngana up. 3-2 count. Walks him. So we'll do a mound visit here. Guys are ready out there. I'm going to give it to our ace. 1-0 count. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Makes the play. So holds it at 3-2. And they leave the bases loaded. So we'll have 6, 7, 8. And 1 out. Runners on first and second for Steve Crow. Don't want to use a pinch hitter this early in the game. And he's actually a pretty decent bat. 3-2 count. He walks him. Bring up Colson Montgomery, who had the homer earlier in the game. Let's see if Montgomery can do something. 3-2 count. Strike 3. They got him. Sajasi up here. 2-2 count from Arrighetti. Strike 3. Once again, leave the bases loaded with 1 out. No runs. So Dolander's at 82. We're going to let him go. And he gets through the 5th. And he's about done. They don't even have any lefties, so Maybe we'll go with Jimenez here. Jimenez and Juan will get up. It's a must-win, so we're using our best guys. So here's Carroll against Jackson Jobe now on for Seattle. And Carroll gets on second to lead off the inning for Moretti. Fly ball center field, Rodriguez there, and Carroll stays at second. So Zach Veen comes up, 3-1 count. Deep fly ball center field, Rodriguez gets that one too. Carroll will get to third, so runner on third, 2 outs for Edwin Arroyo. 2-2 count from Jobe, strike 3. Man, these guys cannot hit with people on base. So they have 6, 7, 8. See if Dolander can get us a couple more outs. He's looked pretty good since that rough first inning. 2-1 count. See if he can get us through Yarn. Ground ball. There's one. On to first. Double play. Speed. They double up the speedy Yarn. And that'll be it. Let's go to the pen. Jorge Juan on here in the 6th. And go to total runners in scoring position. Good. So we make it through the 6th inning. Holiday against Jobe. Jackson on Jackson. And Steve Crow winds up on second after we sim to runners in scoring position. And Colson Montgomery up. 1-2 count. Fly ball center field. Rodriguez there. And nothing again. So, want to have someone up. Let's get Henry up. He's hot. So, there you go. Juan gets us through the 7th. Sejaci against Jobe to lead off. Nothing going there. Let's get Henry in and have Jimenez up just in case. So Henry through the 8th, and time's ticking here. We have 2 innings left. Munoz on for them. 2-0 count to Veen. 50 for 56 in saves this year, man. Holy crap. And that's a great play over there at third for the first out. Arroyo up, 1-1 count from Munoz. Ground ball back to the pitcher, makes the play, 2 outs. And that'll bring up Jackson Holiday, 0-2 count to him. And he goes down looking. So we'll have to do it in the 9th. Henry will stay on here. And there you go. Second and third, nobody out. Joe Jimenez will come on, try to put out the fire, and give us a shot here in the 9th. Pena will be up, and fly ball right field. Zach Veen drops in front of him. 1 run scores, 4-2 Mariners. And here's Ghana. He rips one. That's probably it. Oh my god. This team is so cursed. Finally get it out. I mean, it's not over yet, obviously, but I think I'm going to intentionally walk Julio. 0-2 to Vaughn. Base hit up the middle. 1 run scores. 0-2 to Santander. 0-2 to Leo Jimenez. So, yeah, that's 3 there in the 9th. Down 4. Going to the bottom of the inning, and we have 8-9-1. So, okay, so what do we have here? We're obviously going to pinch hit. Let's get Brock Daniels in there. See what he can do to lead off the inning. See if he can get us on base, get some base runners, see what happens. Fly ball, shallow center. And that's Pena. Balzales probably gives us the best shot to get on base. I don't know. 0-2 count from Munoz. Gets him looking. And Colson Montgomery, last chance for Texas. And they walk him. And Sejaci up. Season on the line. 3-1 count from Munoz. Fly ball center field deep. Rodriguez there. Makes the catch. And that's it. An absolute horrible game. 2 runs on 9 hits, leaving the bases loaded with 1 out twice without getting any runs. You know, the only guy who showed up to play was Colson Montgomery and Thomas Ajacey, I guess. But yeah, Dolander not the best start, but the 2 runs, you know, the 3 runs in the 9th really just buried the dagger on us. So, oh my God, that's how this season ends. And I don't think I've made it out of the DS in, definitely not with the Rangers. Actually, let me go to the manager office. It'll have it in here. History. There we go. So yeah, lost in division series, lost in division series, lost in wild card, lost in division series, and lost in division series again. So yeah, this has been definitely the worst tenure that I've had as a GM. You know, the last 2 years of the Rangers have been really good, but you know, once again, not able to get over the hump in the postseason. And yeah, this has not been a great save. But yeah, I thought this team was gonna freaking dominate. I mean, we were so good this season. You know, the last 3 months of the year, 3 months of the year, we were freaking insane. Really, the whole season we were insane. It was not meant to be, I guess. So that'll wrap up episode 22. And I think next episode will be the finale. We'll go through the entire 2032 season and the last chance for, you know, to salvage this series and salvage maybe a World Series title. But, you know, the team's still good. I don't even think we're losing. No, we're losing a ton. Never mind. We still have the core pieces, so I think we could come back next year and give it another run. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.